Visiting Granite Island, which is the island there that you can see behind me, for a walk around to see what the island has to offer. But right now I'm on the bluff, which is just outside of Encounter Bay, which is perfect if you want to add it to the start of your walk or the end of the walk. Granite Island itself is a pretty chilled out, easy walk, so if you want to get that butt burning, then the bluff is a perfect way to do that before you start. We're going to start by walking across the jetty and the bridge onto Granite Island. Hopefully we're going to see some little penguins that do live there, that only live in Australia and New Zealand, and they do frequent the island every day and night. We're going to see the tuna cage where you can actually go in and swim with the tuna, so hopefully we can get that going. And we're going to look at some of the rock formations, the granite formations, which is where Granite Island gets its name from. Now that's the bluff done and dusted, come with me now as I go and check out Victor Harbour's Granite Island. So we're just driving through now the little coastal town, Victor Harbour, on our way to Granite Island, which I think is over there somewhere. I can't see it, so it must be over that side. Pull up and then walk across the bridge there and then get going, walk around the whole island. It's a pretty cruisy walk today. I think there's about one set of stairs. So we're in for just a nice chill walk, take it all in and see what this little coastal town has to offer. I'm standing at the beginning of the causeway that's going to take me over to Granite Island. Generally there is a horse-drawn carriage here that will take you over, but at the moment due to works on the jetty it's actually not running. So if that's something that you're coming for particularly, make sure to email ahead and just double check that it's up and running. You don't really need anything specifically in terms of food or drink. There are a lot of restaurants in the area and a cafe on the island itself. So other than that, let's get going. So that's where I started my walk, right on top of there. And then we've just driven around and now we're here. When you come off the causeway, you've got two options. You can go straight ahead, which is the normal way, or you can take this right-hand turn up here, which is recommended if you've got a family or a stroller, or if you just don't want to take the stairs. We're going to go this way and take the stairs today because that's the kind of mood I'm in. Also, there are no dogs allowed on the island, so if you do have your pet with you, just keep that in mind if you're planning on doing the walk. So here we've got the little penguins. So they're probably the main attraction here on Granite Island. They're exclusive to Australia and New Zealand, and they're actually the only penguin to breed in Australia. So hopefully we see some of them. They generally come out dusk time though, but fingers crossed. Wouldn't mind seeing a little water rat. And some seals, dolphins, seagulls. Had some chips, they'll come running. Called What a Tasty Looking Burger is the name of that piece of art. One of the main attractions here at Granite Island is the big tuna farm, which is just behind me here. You can actually go out there and swim with the tuna, or even just watch them if you wanted to and didn't want to get in the water. It's a little bit cold sometimes. Looks like you need to book, which I haven't done, so maybe I'll have to come back and do that another time. So keep that in mind as well. If you do want to come, you might need to look into booking to get out there. So there's a cafe just here. The walk is a loop, so it can be at the start or the end, depending on when you felt you needed to go. It's the only one on the island though, so just keep that in mind. If you stand here long enough, like, you get wet in the water. See? Just saying they make shapes out of the clouds and the rocks and everything and relate them to their Dreamtime stories, which is pretty cool. And it's just asking what shapes you can see in the clouds. It kind of looks like a race car, and that's about it, because otherwise they're all bunched together. But we'll keep an eye out along the way. It's like a different world over here. On the other side of the island in Victor Harbour, it's so calm and chilled out, and you get over here and it's so rugged and rough, and there's rocks and there's water and it's all swirling around and it's windy and... Reminds me of a pretzel or a big smile. A bit closer to the action down on the rocks. Oh, and you gotta walk up this sandy hill though. Another good butt burner. Burger's starting to make sense because there's heaps of other random artwork around, which I'm actually really enjoying. Don't know. Pot plant. I think it smells good though. Like flowers. I don't think it's that either. Like I'm surfing. Penguins aren't the only animals that frequent the area. Between, I think it's June to December, the southern right whales are often seen just out here in the coastline. They come up from the subantarctic waters in the winter to come up this way where it's a little bit warmer, and cruise around till it gets too warm up here, and then they'll head back down south. Just keep in mind that it will get quite cold here in the winter months, so make sure you rug up and maybe bring a hair tie as well. So all the rocks here are granite, which is why it's called Granite Island. And that sign there just told me that if this was made out of limestone, it wouldn't be here today. It wouldn't have been able to stand the rough conditions. But granite's such a tough stone that even with the harsh conditions and the wind and the water and everything, it's just stood the test of time. If you stand here, that looks like your pond was going like that. And if I stand here, then I'm in the hippo mouth. Ooh, it's wobbly. Now I can see the boardwalk or the causeway there all the way back to Victor Harbour, which means we're at the end or coming to the end of the walk here. It's been a really nice walk actually. It's really easy, really gentle walk along the coastline there. It's really rugged and really raw, so it's a really beautiful walk to do. Perfect for families, and like I said, it's pretty cruisy, so perfect for a Sunday or a weekend if you're not feeling too energetic and just wanted a nice little cruisy walk. So yeah, coming up from the stairs takes you onto the other side of the island, and you're instantly greeted with just waves and wind and rugged coastline, and just there's wind and everything. Wish I brought a hair tie, keep that in mind. Plenty of artwork around as well, which I think is really cool. At first I was a bit confused by it, but no, I think it's really cool to showcase some artists from around and keep things a bit different, a bit interesting. Lots of dry native Australian bushland. I personally love the contrast between the dry bushland and the coastline, the greens and the blues and the darks all mixing together, and I think it's really beautiful, especially coming around this side of the island. So the way that we finished, obviously it's been really attacked by the wind and the harsh terrain and things with the wind and the water and everything, and you can see that trees have fallen over and there's a lot going on, but it's really beautiful to see. And see how the nature really, see even this tree here, it's fallen, but then it just starts growing as if nothing's ever happened. So just here at Qahwa, it's a great little cafe just outside Victor Harbour here. There is a cafe on the island, on Granite Island, but I've decided to come here because I've got quite a nice menu. I think I am going to get a house-made kombucha. I do love kombucha and I really like to see what they've got here. It's made in store here, so I might check that out and see how they go with that. Really cute little spot here. Almost looks like it's a part of the tennis club, like the old tennis building. And then they've got this little area here. You can bring your kids and run around, play volleyball, play, I don't know, canoe in the sand or whatever's going on out there. So I'm gonna go order my smoothie and see how we go. Could I please get a blueberry? Perfect, thank you very much. Thank you. So I got the blueberry kombucha. They make it in store. There was blueberry or mango, but I've gone the blueberry and it's pretty good. Recyclable plastic container and a paper straw, so always good for the environment, which is also good as well.